What is up, 7 Days to Die fans? It's your boy, Johnny Garrett's back with another episode. If you're brand new, do this first. And I think this is going to be my last one, but I came up with a couple more optimizations for my starting strat. So if you're brand new, this context here is you're brand new, this is what I want you to do. If you're coming into 7 Days to Die 1.0, please do this first, or a variation of this. I'm going to try this. I practiced it I did a run for you guys. In a couple other videos. I have a couple other videos out there, but they're not as polished. But this one, I kind of wrote down a strategy, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to just run what I would do, what I want you to do as efficiently as possible in novice game. 7 Days to Die, this is your first playthrough. This isn't necessarily for a pro or anything like that, but again, and this to my subscribers, I'm sorry that I'm doing this again. I just want to make I do ultimately want to help as many new people as possible, and that's kind of like the point of my channel. So this is an optimized build of what I've optimized start. So yeah, let me just stop rambling and just jump right into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. This is on novice game, adventure difficulty, but this is what I want you to do. Okay. So in novice game, if you're brand new, okay, first thing you want to do, hop into the game. Immediately start doing those quests. So the thing that's going to pop up at the top right here, I should probably get myself out of the way. I'll put it myself over here. Hopefully I'm not in the way. But yeah, we're going to hit challenge window, W, that's your hotkey to redeem. Remember hotkeys, it's my first tip. And then they're going to reveal to you all the things that you need to get. So you want to get plant fibers, and you want to get a little bit more than 10, because I believe you need it for a bow. And then just start punching the wood, and we want to head southeast, I believe. Well, I actually have random spawn, so I'm not 100% sure. Never mind. It all depends. It all depends. Just like do these quests. Loot trash bags. Loot trash bags. That's good to do. Say tab brings up your inventory. W is to quick craft, and then just keep doing the next part of your quest. We get these quests done as fast as we can because we're trying to unlock the trader. With the trader unlocked, we should be able to. The trader is very important to your 7 Days playthrough, so it is super duper important that you do traders, or you get your trader quest done, your tutorial quest done, and then it reveals to you the trader location. So then we're going to craft armor, primitive armor, and I believe it's going to have us put it on right away. So put it on, craft a wooden club, put it on, or move it down, craft a primitive bow, boom, and then we need to find a stone arrow, so we need to run around. It will reveal a nest to you, but if you find one. I was hoping I would find one beforehand, but yeah. Just every nest you see, this is very important for you as well. Also, stop and grab every single nest you see. Then we're going to open up this, and how you're going to speed through it is go at www. And then now that we're done with that, it's gonna wait. Where's the trader quest? Oh wait, I messed up. Sorry about that. Boom, 900 meters. Okay, we got our target. Depending on your spot, it might be closer, it might be further away. When I was trying this out, I just, I did it I was 100 meters away from the traders. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. You want to grab, like, all the stone you can grab while you're running there, and you want to stop for every nest and every trash bag. But don't stop for, like, I don't know, actually. But I just wouldn't stop. I would only stop for stones and nests. The reason why we don't want to, like, really stop for anything else, and don't stop for very long, because we're trying to get everything done in the first day. So since I have a little run, I can kind of explain. If this is your first time playing 7 Days to Die, there's a concept I went over in my longer version of this one that got like 2,000 views, is the rule of threes. It's a survival mentality for prepping, and it is a one-to-one applicable. It is applicable to this too, and it's a rule of three. So you can only last 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, 3 months, 3 weeks without food, and then 3 months without a will to live, without hope. So then 3 minutes without air, I just kind of... These all interpret to 7 days as well. Like 3 minutes without air is pretty much like 3 seconds when zombies are on you. And then the shelter becomes the next important thing, because a lot of what kills brand new players in 7 Days to Die is no shelter. They kind of wander around. They spend a lot of the day figuring out the menus, reading the menus and stuff like that, which is normal, but don't read the menus. You'll have time to do that at night. We just need to get our rule of threes taken care of. So the first thing we're trying to do is get our shelter done, and that is why we're running to the trader here. And then water and food are kind of provided to you already. So for your first day, if you're brand new, do this first. For your first day, you're kind of covered water and food-wise. Yeah. Oh, yes. And then the reason we do not want to really attack things on the way here, because I've had comments, feedback, and I do like the strategy to like pick up a lot of resources while you're going on the way to the trader, like hitting wood or getting like the goldenrod or the cotton, these plants and stuff like that, collecting them to sell to the trader or whatever. The reason why I don't like that is because like if you get a far spawn like this, you're gonna run out of stamina. That's a good cluster. The reason why we're grabbing stones though, and every nest, is that we're trying to stock up on arrow supplies. Because that becomes our first missile weapon that we have access to. And keeps us protected from zombies. Because you don't want to take fights you don't have to take in the early game. Because you can probably take... You have enough health to tank zombies, but if your first experience is playing 7 days and they hit you, every time a zombie hits you, there's a chance for a debuff to happen. So, like, you could break your arm, you could start bleeding out and immediately die, and stuff like that. There's a lot of things you just don't want to happen to you. So, like, this backpack will take about 2 seconds to open up. I'm going to open it just for this. Just to show that, like, a lot of the loot from them is not worth the time it is to open them up. Trash bags take about half a second, not as bad. That's why I say to open trash bags and bird's nest, because bird's nest gives you eggs and feathers, 100 or not 100% of the time, but yeah, there's a chance to roll crappy loot. But we're just trying to get our shelter taken care of. We can loot later once we get our roll of threes taken care of. The trash bags, like I said, you can instantaneously loot them, and then press R to auto to loot all once the inventory is open. That's going to save you a lot of time too, because like what happens here when you open this nest up and you look at the inventory that pops up, then you have to kind of like decide. You have to use that mental facility to decide if you want it or not. But if you just stick with a two common, everything in a trash bag you could probably use, and then everything in the bird nest you want. So then you're pretty okay opening those up. And even if you get over encumbered, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, whatever. So now we're here. We're gonna talk to him. Get our shovel. We're gonna get our special job.
Make you an offer. What are you standing there for? Don't you have work to do?
It's all RNG, because the last time I did this when I was testing, it was only 150 meters away, but this one's 400 meters away. Don't worry about dropping stuff. I know I did that, but don't drop unless you get encumbered, which is going to be an icon on the bottom of your screen. If I open up a backpack here, you can see that there's slots there, but it doesn't really matter if you get stuff. If there's junk in your inventory, it doesn't matter. You can look at it later. It doesn't encumber you, or unless it encumbers you, it doesn't really matter. So we do need a little bit of wood, too, to make our arrows. So I'm just going to stop for a little bit of wood. And we need it for something else, too. As this is optimized, this is going to be a little bit different than what I've put out on the internet for the other people who have been watching me prior. Yep. Oh, I don't know if I said it or not. Sorry. The reason why we don't want to like pick up all these goldenrods and stuff like that is because we have stamina. So every time you take to pick stuff, if it was just E to pick up, that's why we pick up rocks, because it doesn't cost any stamina to pick that up. But every time we attack, we're using stamina up. And then stamina is how we sprint, so it actually like impedes our progress a little bit. But it is a little bit of dukes, and it's not bad to go harvesting for it every once in a while. But we're just not doing that in this instance. And in my first video, I know I said to it's an alternate playstyle. I just feel like this one's a little bit more optimized as a playstyle. As you can see, I already have 51 feathers from just grabbing nests on the way here because it was a long run. But still, I just want to say, okay, so he's right there. This is why we need the arrows. In my first video, I said don't do the trader quest in your first day because berry quests take forever. But I now have changed my mind because that is how you get access to your first missile weapon, or your first gun. When you do take fights, try to hit sneak attacks with the bow and try to hit them in the head, because that usually kills level 1 game stage zombies. So now we're here. We're gonna take our shovel. Well, first thing we want to build is a couple building blocks. I'll show you why in a second. So we want about, we're gonna say like 5, and then just a little bit more wood just to be safe a little bit. We'll say like 20 to 25 wood. I'm just gonna grab 25 just to be safe. So you start your quest, shovel, and I'm gonna guess. I would just go right to the center of wherever, and then just dig straight down because it could be inside of the circle up to 3 blocks down. So if you hit stone, you've dug down too far, and that is how you do berry trust. But I actually scan the area, make sure there's no zombies within range, and then you should be good. And after you finish, the zombies may spawn as you get the loot. We're doing the introductory buried treasure quest. And like I said, in my first one, my first take, it was my first take too for the Alpha 1.0 with all the new changes and stuff. But now that I've done it a few times and I've made a few videos, I am pretty comfortable. See how we got lucky here? Okay, so this is where it's important that we plan this. This is a little bit advanced of a technique, so if you're brand new as well, you could just dig this down a little bit before you open the stash. Don't open the stash once you find it until you have a way out. So now you could like dig this down a little bit, and then you can jump. Yeah, you gotta wait for your stamina to come back, sorry. And you can jump out of the circle. But the other way I was going to say is, if you open it and you're scared, you could slap a block right above you, and then they won't be able to see you. But anyway, I may have to do that. So if you put the block above you, there's a good chance they won't be able to find you if you just stay hidden, because it's only 8 blocks away, and they'll stop looking eventually when they spawn in. So now my stamina's back. I'm going to pick it up, uncrouch, jump down, throw the block below me, like in Minecraft. It's called dirt towering or whatever, and now I'm out of the hole, and now I'm on the way back. So I got really lucky. The last time I did it, it was not directly below me, but it was a little bit directly below me. So start at the center, go down 3 blocks, and then what you do with your face down, just pretend I'm in the hole here. With your face down, once you're 3 down and you haven't found it, I would just throw the block down and then dig around yourself with the hole plugged. And then if zombies do attack you somehow, which again, it may or may not happen, I don't think it'll happen on a lower difficulty if this is your first time playing, you could just use your axe. Let me show you. See, they damage the block. You could just right click it. That's why we have the wood, to just repair the block or upgrade it so that they can't break the block. So that's my little optimization there to compensate for the first trader quest. As you can see, it's still 1050, and that was with a long spawn. If you got a better spawn that's closer to a trader, like 200 meters away, and like my last playthrough, it was 200 meters away, and then the quest was 150 meters away, this will be done probably like 9 in the daytime. Your first day is actually kind of a, I believe it starts you a couple hours into the day from the default, because I think the default daylight time is 4 a.m., but I'm pretty sure it starts you at 6. I probably, since I'm making a guide, should have known that to tell you guys, but I'm just kind of freestyling the commentary, because if you're new here, I don't really, I script, I plan a little bit, a tiny bit, but then I just kind of like take an idea and I just run with it and just try my best in one take, and I just put it up on the internet and see what you guys think of it. Then I apply that feedback. That's kind of how I do it. It is what it is. It's just, that's the best I can do with what I got, the setup I got, so it's whatever. So anyway, now we're here. We got the quest on the introductory quest.
Smells like
We're going to take the pipe machine gun bundle. Do not take the shotgun. I would maybe take the rifle, but I would probably take the machine gun bundle. I do recommend 99.99% of the time you take the pipe machine gun bundle. So then we're going to check the quest, and you're going to grab the closest clear quest.
Good luck. You better not.
And then you're going to immediately open your pipe machine gun bundle, slide that down, and reload it to get it loaded up. Just so it's ready. This is your oh shit gun. You don't want to use this to try to clear out the first thing. And then we want to check to see what we have in the resources here.
Don't expect me to cook it for you.
We're looking for stuff like cement here, okay? So keep that in mind.
Some days I don't even know why I open the doors.
And then we're just gonna head to the quest. This should be a mining area, I believe. The last 3 times I've done this, the main clear quest in the first clear quest, the closest one that's about 400 meters away, has been a mining town. So I'll just like speed run through this for you guys. I just want to get some arrows going, so I'm probably gonna spend 10 more. You should be able to do this entire run with like 15 arrows, but it's good just to have them. So I think you should shoot for as many arrows as you can make while you're doing this. And just kind of keep your wits about you, because we're still solving the shelter issue. And in solving the shelter issue, we're going to solve water and food at the same time. That's why we grab trash bags, because there's a lot of time they give you junk loot, and some of the junk loot they give you is raw materials like stone, wood, lead, stuff like that. Don't really want to take this fight, so I'm just going to loot and keep going. Do whatever you're comfortable doing. I would not fight a zombie until you absolutely had to yet in the beginning of the game, until you get your shelter taken care of. Because we're trying to, like I said, the number one killer of brand new players is going to be your first night and not being ready for it. So just get your, you know what I mean? Just imagine you're in the woods. You just got, you wake up in the woods, your plane crashed or whatever, and you're the only survivor. What's the first thing you'd do? One of the first things you'd want to do is like get your shelter ready. You know what I mean? That's kind of the idea here. I just missed over her head. Now, there's a lot of debate between what's the best melee weapon, and the best melee weapon is going to be whichever one you're comfortable with. That's what I'm going to say. And but what I like to go for is the bone knife, and as you can see, I just got it right here because I didn't go for it right away because I knew if I came here in this run again, I was going to get a bone knife again. So I like the bone knife, so I'm going to use the bone knife. But okay, so when we start this POI, now that I've done it like 5 times in the last like 2 days, there's no zombies until you hit about right here. Okay, so when you're right here, there should be one like right behind here, and there'll be one that'll spawn over here in this direction, roughly, as you can see from these red dots. And how zombies wake up is if you come in full view of them. Okay, so it's not in the exact same spawn. Aha. And then maybe one above me? No. And if you can score sneak shots, in the head on them. So, okay, how they wake up is if I walk out completely and expose the body, they might wake up. I mean, so whatever you have, like 1 pixel, maybe 2, like half a head is all you really need to hit it with an arrow. Maybe not enough. And if you hit a headshot on a sleeping zombie with a bow, you will one-shot them all. So then down here, there might be one in this wall, this corridor here. Yep. And we don't want to take fights with melee weapons unless we have to. So now we're coming in, There should be one back here. I didn't think I'd get a headshot, but I don't think I'd get the angle correct to hit him in the head. Alright, if you come here, you can shut this gate right away, and then fight them through the fence. One of them might stack and jump the other one. Whoops, or you might just open the gate because you're silly. So there's a chain link, you can hit through it, and then as soon as they pop a hole in the gate too, you can switch your melee weapon to hit them as well. And then there may be 1 or 2 up this ladder. If you go up a ladder, you get unsneaked, just be aware of that. And beware, this is kind of a tough hole to jump back into, so you just gotta be... You gotta be ready for those types of things. And that might be the area for you to use your pipe machine gun if you can't get down the hole. I'm looking up because how they place zombies as sleepers and point of interest in these little buildings or whatever are sometimes in places that you'd think would scare you. So that's just kind of what I look for. Oops. So there should be like a bullet pile, and then a medical pile, and then an end crate, and then a random assortment of whatever this is. I got a water purifier. I think that's really good, but whatever. That's not really that important. So now we are encumbered. We gotta like kind of sort the inventory out. So just kind of drop stuff that doesn't sell, or doesn't sell for a lot. It takes up a lot of space. There we go. Alright, so now we're on our way back. Now I know there's cement. There's not really that big of a deal. To pick up stones, I just kind of do it habitually. If you don't know what to drop, what to prioritize to drop, just drop whatever. You can get loot later. I mean, like, don't drop ammo, don't drop feathers, don't drop eggs, stuff like that. But you can get stuff anywhere. All right. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I think you should subscribe because, yeah, you stayed in the video this long, and I think that's a good reason. I mean, it's been over, like, what? It's been like 10, 20 minutes. But if you don't, that's all right, too. I'm happy you watched. I'm happy you're playing 7 days, honestly. But, yeah. It just seemed like an appropriate time to say that. That was kind of freaky. No problem, though. Who cares? Okay, so now we're home. Kind of. We're in our neighborhood. There's a whole game to be played, but I'm just showing you a way to get going. And like I said, there's 100 ways to skin a cat too. This isn't going to be the only way to win, but
Didn't we agree your first job was going to be free?
all right.
Damn, this is.
So this is what we're going for, actually. And out of this, I would actually suggest you take a pipe bomb or a Molotov cocktail. But, I mean, just for simplicity's sake, maybe even just take the cobblestone because you're a new player.
Flash some cash or get lost.
Now we got cash. The first priority from the cash. Where's our cash? Where'd it go? No, 406 right here. We could buy cement, but now we don't really need to. We have the cobblestone stone. Like I was going to say here, just to show you guys, I was going to buy the cement, and then you can take cement and you can scrap it down and get yourself rocks. And then with those rocks, from the dirt from your buried treasure quest, you can make them into cobblestone and make your first block. So then I'm going to have a couple base ideas for you guys here. So now we need to figure out shelter. So you want to be buddies with the you want to be neighbors with this guy here. You know what I mean? So you want to pick a good side. South side might be okay. The north side's okay. I'm just going to pick the north side just because. Got some more cement there, so I got some more stone. But yeah, you just want to find out where the block can be placed, the closest to the trader as you can. It's kind of where I like to put my stuff. And just kind of lay your claim, your land claim. Okay, so now we just need to get some wood. Maybe I should have taken the wood as that reward because I had enough resources to make a bunch of cobblestone, but... So, the reason why we're getting wood is we're going to make, blocks. And the reason why we're making wood blocks, not just cobblestone blocks, is because I would like to get the experience here. Because as you can see, if you've watched my other video, I want to get to level 2. And we didn't get to level 2 through killing. And since I don't want you guys to take any fights you don't have to, I have devised a way for us to get there. So if we get a building block, so this is going to be a very basic, this is like your, I kind of just came up with this concept. This isn't like going to be the end-all be-all of base design, but boom. So now we have this. Now we have the cobblestone in our inventory. Once we upgrade cobblestone, we get a 500 XP block. And then as you can see, we're getting about 120 XP per block here. And as you can see, if I place now another block down, another 4 blocks, and we upgrade them. Now we're level 2, and the reason why we want to be level 2 is because now this is the first 5 points I want you to spend, and I think this is the best start for everybody. Like I said, there's 100 ways to skin a cat, but I want you to get level 4 agility because I want you to go into the arguably the best perk in the game, which is parkour, and then I want you to buy Stuntman. This is called the Stuntman Rush. I've brought it up in other videos. There's other versions of this, but we're going to buy Stuntman, and now with Stuntman, we can jump on top of this, and other zombies can't without piling up. So now technically, this is a base, but we're just... So again, very bare bones. I don't want to tell you how to build your base. But just technically, like I just tried to come up with the most basic design that would cost the least amount of resources that would get the job done. So now we're going to go up another layer. And then we're going to also do this. If you've watched my beginner series, this will look kind of familiar to you as well. So you can go like this. And now... I need wood again, sorry. I practiced this a couple times, but I didn't get the wood up. Like, I didn't get this, like, perfected to the point where it was a perfect run. But, I mean, like, this is still, like, a pretty decent start, like, to considering to get your rule of threes taken care of. So then, once we get up and going here, we'll have our shelter, and then food and water. As you can see, we have a can of chili, 2 waters, so that should sustain us for a while. Food isn't as important as water, but then the other thing you see is that I rolled we got cash, plus a bunch of junk. So I would recommend upgrading these, but you could technically make this build with just 4 blocks of cobblestone. That's why I designed this little structure, because now we can go here. Base. Technically, this is a base. This isn't like a perfect base, and you could upgrade it, but this is like the very bare bones, basic, like you could survive an entire night doing this. This would be a really cool shot. Just in front of him. Cool. Nice. Knocked him out. I think that was a headshot. Anyway, so now we have the shelter. Now we'll come here, check the inventory, see what you got for water. Yucca juice. There's one more yucca juice, so we have 1 water there. We have 2 waters here. We can get 2 waters with our cash stack.
Getting on my nerves.
And then we have a vending machine over here. Goldenrod tea, 144. And we just have access there. So there is your rule of threes taken care of by 1500. So now you have a little bit of time here. You have time to go to do another clear, which is what I recommend you do when you start playing this game, is to farm as many quests as fast as possible and get those loots. And then, like I said, you'll do that, maybe 1 more quest, maybe 2 more quests, or whatever. Maybe you want to read menus, but you come out into your base here. And this also doubles as a base. Like, this is another example I wanted to show as well, like, as its own base. So like I said, get a bunch of cobblestone. You can check the health of it. 1500 health. Pretty good. So then here, perfect. And that is it. And that is the end of my playlist. So that is a perfect place to sign off. If you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was very informative. And I hope you guys enjoy 7 Days to Die. Peace out, my friends. Catch you later.